My favorite restaurant in Denver is D-Bar Denver, which is downtown. It's actually very close to one of my former workplaces. And I just fell in love with the food, the story of the chef who used to be on the Food Network, and his partner, I believe, who is a chef there as well. She's the pastry chef. The story of the owners, the quality of everything that they make, and how much they consider kind of local ingredients and seasonal flavors. I've always been really passionate about the complexity of food and flavors and the partial scientific nature of it and the aesthetics of it. D-Bar is a place where they actually are encouraging that amongst their chefs and their clientele to think about presentation, what the user experience or what the customer experience should be. And I just appreciate having a local restaurant where I'm able to enjoy that. D-Bar also has the best chocolate cake I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of chocolate cake, and I'm not kidding, and I'm totally serious. So you should totally go there and try it. I think they do such a great job of everything that interests me about my second career had I not been doing anti-oppression work, which would really actually would have been trying to be a chef, because I just think food is amazing. I think local restaurants have a lot of power to uplift the communities that surround them, and I think that can be done by just making intentional choices to really understand your own community and your own resources. And what I mean by that is using local produce, understanding what things are in season in your local environment, and kind of having that conversation with community through what you're offering. That can mean employing people who live in your community and trying to prioritize creating more community wealth building opportunities if you can. Educating your customers about the local history. There's a lot of things restaurants can do to really uplift the voices of the community that they've chosen to have their restaurant in. Denver truly has made me feel like an innovator. I don't think I could have been doing what I'm doing now with Regan Byrd Consulting without having a community like Denver to test ideas in, without having a progressive voice of activists that I met at the University of Denver and continue to meet in the community as I do these trainings and meet other people who want to have these conversations. I don't think I could have done that in a community other than Denver. There feels something very organic about how this happened and about how I became the kind of activist and speaker that I am today. This seems to be an incubator for how to think about things differently, or how to blend together different interests into something that still makes sense. And so I do think that the Colorado-Denver culture has added something for me in terms of being willing to take risks and being willing to think through things differently than maybe others, because I think that's also kind of a Colorado spirit of folks who grew up here. I used to say things like, you know, I want to be a Supreme Court justice or obviously president or something like that. But when I really had to articulate my vision, I really would just like to be a thought leader globally, if possible, on the subject of anti-oppression. The obstacles to achieving these dreams are the same obstacles that pretty much I think everyone has to achieving their dreams. It's, do people even care what you're saying or what your idea is? There's the economics of trying to sustain oneself and your own livelihood as you attempt to try to achieve the dream. So I think it's a fear everyone has, but it is almost a part of the excitement of even going that big, just having to ask yourself those questions. That's about all I'm gonna say, because I feel like I'm gonna jinx it if I say, yeah, I'm totally gonna do that. Like, look for me in the history books 40 years from now, because I'll be there somewhere.